Good morning, Bobcats, and welcome to another edition of The Morning After. It's going to be a great show this morning. We have a lot of surprises coming in for you. I'm Nick Frias.
And I'm Kate Kravitsky.
And we're glad you're back for another episode. Kate, we're glad to have you back.
I know, I am too. As everyone knows, I wasn't going to come back this semester. I had a lot going on, but here I am, and I'm happy to be here. I was, over the summer, I was like, no, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it a lot. So I came back.
Now you don't have to miss it. You have one more year with me.
Yes, a full year. I'm very excited.
I am too. And I'm also excited to talk about our first topic today.
Yes.
Something that really has gotten me really aggravated. The increase of Quinnipiac security. I live on York Hill, so there's really a lot more leniency up there with security. However, being down here on main campus is really starting to become kind of a drag. I know security has really amped up their manpower, their control. They think they're this hot stuff now that they weren't really before. And then I know for myself, and I'm sure a lot of other students as well, we're not a fan of it.
No. And even on York Hill, because I live off campus now, and I went to go to pick someone up at York Hill the other day, and they made you fill out this whole form, what kind of car you have, what, like model, make, and color. Like, you can see that. Like, can't you see what I have? So it's like they really cracked down on it, and I'm not really sure why. I didn't think things were that bad last year. So
I don't know what made them increase it even more so, but I don't. As I've said, we're not really a huge fan of it. I also am friends with a professor on Facebook, and he's a younger looking man, but he's got to be in at least his 30s. And he was stopped going into South Lot to park his car, and security was like, "What's in the trunk, sir? Can I see your cue card?" And he's telling me, "Are you kidding? I'm a professor here. I'm not trying to sneak in alcohol to underage students. Let me in." So they're even cracking down on professors.
Yeah.
And
when it crosses the line from student to professor, there's a clear problem, especially because they have different parking decals.
Exactly.
Like, I think they need to get with the program a little bit and be able to differentiate between professors and students, because that's a problem.
I don't know who security thinks they are anymore, but calm it down.
Chill out, guys. We got it.
Rent-a-cops.
But segueing into that, so security is too high here on campus, but there's not enough security in New Haven. There have been like a string of robberies. It's not good.
New Haven has never really been the safest place to go, but I think really Quinnipiac security should take their efforts into New Haven, because students, I think, are starting to feel a little bit more unsafe now. I believe I was talking to one of my freshmen last week, and one of his friends or his roommates was actually jumped in New Haven and got his phone stolen. So that's definitely not something we want our incoming class to receive as a welcoming to Quinnipiac, but I think New Haven police, New Haven security, and just detail needs to be around in the area so people know where they're going and how to be safe.
I agree. I definitely agree. I know when we were freshmen, a couple people were jumped and were robbed, but nothing to that extent.
Yeah.
But so hopefully things will get better in New Haven. But right now we are going to go over to Taylor to see what the weather is going to be like this week. Taylor.
Thank you, Kate and Nick. All right, now for this week's weather. Today is going to be a beautiful sunny day with a high of 76 and low of 60. Unfortunately, tomorrow we'll be experiencing some rain with a high of 75 and low of 61. Moving into the weekend, the weather will be clearing up. Friday will be sunny with a high of 73 and low of 60. Saturday, a high of 75 and low of 60. And finally, Sunday, a high of 69 and low of 52. That is all I have for you, Quinnipiac. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Taylor. So we were going to talk to you a little bit about Constitution Week, but we have to go to a quick commercial break, and maybe we'll fit that in a little bit. So
stay with us, and we'll talk about that when we come back.
Sounds good.
Over here. Did you know that the first person to fly faster than the speed of sound was Chuck Yeager back in 1947?
No.
I didn't think so.
It's fun to know history. Find curious facts from America's past at loc.gov, the Library of Congress website.
What do you get when you mix a chef, a plumber, and a policeman with an abandoned restaurant? A recipe for success. With the help of their local community coalition, these three brought in carpenters and electricians. They donated time and materials and helped turn that old restaurant into a family center. Now they're all building a better community, volunteering to help keep kids away from drugs. And that's the tastiest dish of all. Visit helpyourcommunity.org to see what your group can do, because you get more
when you get together.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. As promised, it's Constitution Week here at Quinnipiac. And have you taken part in it before, Kate?
I have. My freshman year, they had that thing where you would go and you'd sign up your name and you'd basically give away your First Amendment rights, right to freedom of speech.
Right. One thing the school used to do is you could only wear Quinnipiac logo apparel. So only Quinnipiac t-shirts, sweatpants, anything else like Abercrombie, Aeropostale, you had to tape it out.
So anything with freedom of expression, Quinnipiac got rid of just to show people how important and how often we use our freedoms in everyday life.
Absolutely.
So that's what this week is all about.
And what they're doing this year that's a little bit different is instead of doing those kind of activities, banning clothes and apparel, they're actually doing a list of banned books that people are going to be able to read passages from to kind of exemplify just how many freedoms and rights we have here as Americans. And reading books of, like, banned passages from books shows that we can do what we please within reason here just to kind of appreciate our citizenship.
Yes, it's wonderful. But segueing a little bit, so that's great, we love it, but we are going to head into entertainment in a minute. So just to prelude that, Dropkick Murphys is coming for free. This is awesome.
And the promotion of the new Irish Museum.
Yeah.
That's going to
on
open
Whitney,
up.
right?
Right across from Ray and Mike's Deli, and that's due to open next week, right?
Soon, really soon. And it's actually a beautiful building. Like, the brick in front is gorgeous. So I'm excited to see it, but I'm more excited for the Dropkick Murphys concert, which is September 28th. Tickets are still on sale, because it's free. So everybody should go celebrate their Irish heritage if you are Irish.
I'm going to be honest. I only know Shipping Up to Boston from them. For their only
That's
song.
more than I know, but it
Really?
sounds like a good time. I'm like, I am music, I'm terrible with music, but I do know the band, and I'm going to go see them.
Hopefully a lot of people go to check them out. They're doing it for a great cause. Have you gotten to look at the exhibit while it was in the library at all?
I didn't get to. I unfortunately missed it.
That's
Is it still there?
They could be in the process of moving everything out.
I'll
I'm
have
not
to go
entirely
see it.
sure. Check out the library if you got time today.
And I'll have to go see the museum when it opens.
Yes.
But as promised, again, we're
It's
going to go over
entertainment.
to entertainment. So Cynthia, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Well, last week, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds got married at Boone Hall Plantation in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. That's really romantic if you're living in 1845. The reception took place under a white tent. All I can say is, Ryan, I hope that you signed a prenup or else she will Kobe you. In other news, American Idol has a new panel of judges, which include Mariah Carey, Keith Urban, and, hold up, let me pause for a minute, Nicki Minaj. The last thing I want to see is a man whose voice I never heard, a 42-year-old who still thinks it's okay to dress like she's 21, your time is over, Mariah, and a life-size wig-wearing Barbie doll whose derriere is overdosed on Fix-A-Flat. But who knows? Things might look up, and I don't mean ratings. But that's all I have for entertainment. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Cynthia.
Always a great job, Cynthia.
Yes. So the Giants won yesterday. I'm just going to put it out there, and the Patriots lost.
Why are we talking about this again?
Because I need to gloat. I'm thrilled.
That's all right. I gloated last week.
Yes, the Giants lost, Patriots won. So now we're tied up, right?
We're both 1-1.
Yes.
But what upsets me is that we lost to the Cardinals.
They're not that good,
They're not.
right?
They have a shaky quarterback. I mean, granted, their defense is all right. I mean, they definitely showed up to play yesterday, but I wasn't happy. And what also aggravated me is it wasn't even televised. Patriots game wasn't on TV.
You had to go to like a certain, like I know friends of mine went to DeMille's.
I watched it online.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, the Giants made a great comeback yesterday, so now we're all tied up. We got to see what the rest of the season will bring.
But Sam's happy his 49ers won. They beat the Lions, and Sam's got his warm side of the pillow for us. Sam, what do you got?
Good morning, my children, and welcome to another segment of The Warm Side of the Pillow, a very long delayed segment. You guys probably thought it was gone, but it's not. I'm here. Let's talk about movies, since that's what I did all of last year. I saw a movie called Lawless. Fantastic. It's starring Tom Hardy, who plays Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, and Even Stevens, who we all know. It's a true story. It takes place in the 1920s Depression era. Alcohol's legal, not fun. And they live in this very small county in Virginia, but they make their living off bootlegging liquor. And they make a lot of money with the help of a guy named Cricket, who looks kind of like Tiny Tim from Christmas Carol, but he sells booze and makes a lot of money. So they make their living doing this illegal activity when one day a guy named Rakes, who's played by Guy Pearce, comes, and he's basically the head of the chief of Chicago police, and he's all like, give me some of your money, because I'm part of the police, and that's what I do. And this is how things go down in the 20s. Tom Hardy's not digging it. And he threatens Guy Pearce basically by saying, I'll kill you if you come here again. So they keep doing what they're doing. doing their illegal activities, such and such. They decide to make more money by contacting a guy named Banner, who's played by Gary Oldman, who's also in Batman, actually. They're getting a whole Batman cast going on together. They make a lot of money working together, but Rakes is not having it. So Rakes decides that he's going to work his way up and arrest the Bondurant brothers, the famous brothers who are bootlegging all this liquor. And he goes basically from bootlegger to bootlegger who work with the Bondurant brothers, harassing them. He like tars and feathers them, castrates a couple. I know, very disgusting stuff. Very gory movie to say the least. So if you have a weak stomach, do not go see it. Anyway, getting off a little bit of banter here. They get in a little bit of a war. Banner sides with the Bondurant brothers and fights against Rakes to kind of settle out the score of who's going to get the liquor. The battle ensues. Tom Hardy gets shot like 1,000,000 times but ends up living. And Shia LaBeouf and the other brother stab Rakes, ending this whole feud. And they live happily ever after. Well, they don't exactly live happily ever after, but they end their bootlegging and go in peace and don't get arrested. So it was a great movie. Overall, I'd give it about an 8 out of 10. I believe Rotten Tomatoes give it a 65%, which I feel is a little low. The only thing I really didn't like about it was actually like the music. I know that seems kind of like iffy about it. You wouldn't normally get mad about the music playing, but it was weird. You kind of felt like Sarah McLachlan was like part of the bootlegging business, and it was just really weird in that sense. But overall, really great movie. It was very reminiscent to the 49ers performance last night against the Lions. Frank Gore was basically like Tom Hardy, kind of laying down the bootlegging business. So see Lawless, I recommend it, and go Niners. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sam.
Wow.
Sounds like it's like the Batman cast meets Boardwalk Empire.
A little bit.
Like 1920s bootlegging.
Sam always seems to find these interesting movies that.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, I've never even heard of it. I don't think.
Never heard of it. I do like Shia LaBeouf though. So
Well,
maybe
who
I'll
doesn't?
check it out.
Who doesn't? And Tom Hardy, I thought really had a breakout performance in Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. He was excellent in that. I haven't seen Lawless, like I just said, haven't even heard of it, but it sounds like something interesting to check out. And hey, who doesn't like a movie about illegal activity, right?
I mean, it's my favorite topic.
That's how America was founded.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love Boardwalk Empire, so if I like that, I probably would definitely like Lawless.
I'm going to ask a dumb question and probably sound a little stupid on air, but what exactly is Boardwalk Empire about?
Boardwalk Empire. Actually, the season premiere was last night, the 3rd season. It's on HBO, and it's a show about the 1920s and the mob and bootlegging business, because it was Prohibition. It was illegal then. So there was a huge mob industry, and they based it off in Atlantic City.
So it's kind of like Speakeasy, DL.
It's a lot of fun.
Do it at your own risk type
Steve
thing.
Buscemi is awesome.
All right.
But on that note, we are going to send it over to Leah for some talk about politics.
What do you got?
Thanks, guys. So with only a little bit of time to go until Election Day, the race between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama is heating up. The latest polls show that President Obama holds a 3-point advantage over Romney. This poll clearly shows how important every vote is. So if you haven't registered to vote, what are you doing? Get out there, go register, go vote. Let's get this done. Every candidate knows that one way to get your message across to the public is through social media and television. Obama and Romney have taken that message to heart because just this past weekend, ad spending by both candidates passed the $600 million mark, and it's not even October. Can you believe that? And the most money that's being spent is in the swing states. In the week ahead, please be on the lookout for President Obama in Wisconsin, where he hasn't been since February, and Ann Romney with former First Lady Laura Bush campaigning in Texas. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, we're back. Thanks so much for sticking with us. As you can guess, this is not Kate Kravitsky right now sitting next to me. In fact, this is my good friend Ben Cloutier, who also happens to be the student body president. Ben, I'm so happy you're here with me this morning.
Glad to have me.
I am glad to have you.
Great.
So, as some of you may be aware, and Ben is definitely aware, we have student elections coming up for the freshman class. Ben, what's kind of been going on with that?
Well, basically, I mean, this year we've had a lot of overwhelming support. Our Vice President of Student Concerns, Evan Milas, as well as Ryan Scanlon, our VP of Public Relations, have done a great job of getting SJ's name out there. We have over 30 freshmen running for election, which is more than I've ever seen in my 4 years here. And so basically, you know, they're campaigning this week. Elections are on Wednesday from midnight to 8 p.m. So freshmen can vote for them, and as well, we also have 3 seniors running for the 3 open senior positions, which is great as well because we're going to fill up the board.
And now, how many positions are available for the senior class?
There are 3 positions available.
Okay.
We have 3 seniors running: Amanda Hegler, Doug Caggiano, and DJ Mahoney. So, you know, barring any other sort of crazy, maybe, you know. I don't know how they couldn't lose, really. So it looks like they're going to be on the board, which is great. It's great to have them. So yeah, looks like we're gonna fill up the board pretty nicely.
And the freshmen, how many positions are open for them?
They have 1 president position, 1 vice president position, 8 representative spots. Last time I checked, I think there were 18 running for president.
Wow.
Which is a heck of a lot more than I ran against my freshman year.
You guys are busy out there. Wow.
Yeah. Good luck to them.
And now, what are kind of the responsibilities that, let's just say, the president has to do for the freshman class?
The president really has to, you know, kind of set the tone for the cabinet. They have to, you know, run the meetings, delegate responsibilities, and really just kind of decide where they're going to go as a group, what they're going to do, what kind of initiatives they're going to take on.
Have you gotten a chance to meet any of the candidates?
Yeah, I actually have. A lot of them have reached out to me asking for, you know, advice about campaigning and everything, and I tell them all the same thing. You know, just go door to door, knock on people's doors, and talk to them. Just see what they're interested in, what they want to see out of them, and then. You know, I mean, it should be a close race. You know, obviously a lot of them are running, but you know, there are definitely some good candidates out there.
Did you give them the same advice that you did when you were campaigning
actually
freshman year?
did.
I remember you
did.
coming to my room in Ledges back in the day.
Yeah,
good times.
Those are the days. Those are the days.
So you said some of them have reached out to you. Is there a front runner? Who's going to win in your eyes?
I'm not really sure. You know, it's a toss-up at this point. You know, voting starts at midnight on Wednesday. We don't really find out who the winner is until 8 p.m. that night, but we do have a voting station that's going to be set up right outside of the Carl Hansen Student Center from 11 to 1. And as well, we have another event, Breakfast with Bobcats, at 8 a.m. Right outside the Student Center. So should be a good time. Should be good. Good turnout.
You all heard it then. If you need to vote, and you all should vote, so Student Center, 11 to 1. What day you said?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, 11 to 1,
19th.
Student Center. Cast your vote. It's for your class, especially you freshmen. This is stuff that you can get done to help make your 4 years here even better. Ben's done a fantastic job as president for our class. Couldn't be more proud of him. So just speak your voice. Elect the candidate you think will do the best job, and hopefully you'll get who you want in office. But Ben, I appreciate you taking time with me right now.
Thanks for having me.
That was excellent. It's always a pleasure to see you, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Hope to see you again sometime. And right now we're going to toss it over to Stacy, who's going to teach us how to do something on your own. Stacy, what do you got?
Thanks, guys. I hope you all go out and vote. In the meantime, before elections, I'm going to teach you guys how to design your own mug. You're going to need Sharpie, colors of your choice. Today we're making a cup of Joe for Joe, so we're going to need questions, and a mug. So I'm going to use purple today. And you simply take your cup. I got mine at the dollar store. It was $1. And you design it. I'm going to write cup of Joe. So pretty simple, not a hard project at all. Once you do that, you're going to put your mug in the oven on a baking sheet for about 350 degrees, and you're going to let it sit for 30 minutes. Once you do that, make sure you have oven mitts, take out your mug, and your project's complete. Put your questions in, and we have our cup of Joe coming soon. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thank you. That was great. I want a mug.
She looks so sweet just sitting up there. Like, you want to make a mug? Of course
It
you
does.
do.
I love it. I think we were talking about maybe later in the semester having like a hands-on thing where she'll teach us how to make something, do something ourselves.
Do something on your own, and we do it as she teaches us.
Yeah, we're going to have to go home and make our own mugs, because we were saying when Jack used to host the show a couple years ago, he always had a mug, and he looked very professional.
Yes.
There was nothing in that mug, But
as far as we know, there was nothing in that. He would always pretend to take a sip, though.
He would, just casually, you know. I mean, there's no liquids allowed in the studio.
That's also true.
Yes, but we can pretend, and I think we will from here on out.
So that's definitely something to look forward to.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll get to do many projects this semester while we're anchoring the show.
I hope so. You know what else? I just wanted to remind everybody, all the freshmen especially, Hall Wars is coming up.
Absolutely.
Do not miss Hall Wars. It is like the most fun thing I've ever done here at Quinnipiac. I think it's September 23rd, this coming Sunday.
This weekend, I believe.
It's SIGEP puts it on, Sigma Phi Epsilon.
Yep.
And they do a great job. It's a lot of fun. It's basically just a big field day.
Yeah.
Go out and play sports and compete against your fellow freshmen.
Food, music, games, activities. It's a great way to meet people in your buildings, in your halls, and other buildings. It's
a great time.
Fantastic.
So definitely don't miss it.
Yeah.
But right now, we're going to use that mug that was just made, and we're going to go over to Cup of Joe.
My favorite segment.
Hey guys, I got a brand new Cup of Joe here. It's going to be great. First question. What was the funniest thing that happened to you at Quinnipiac? I'm supposed to keep it G-rated, so funniest thing that happened, just watching everyone come back from Toads. I don't know, that's kind of funny. Second one, hey Joe, I couldn't go out this Friday, but what did you do? Barry Jean. All right, Barry Jean. Friday. Oh, I went to the Jersey Shore this Friday, friend's house. Finally had a great bacon, egg, and cheese, because no one here in Connecticut knows how to make them. I don't know why. Yeah, really fun. Got pretty buckled. Number 3. I'm good, they're gone. What's your favorite movie? Oh, I don't have one, but top of my head, Old School or Goodfellas, anything between that. Number 4, who's your favorite president? FDR? Is that a real thing? Do you like Taylor Swift's new song? We are never getting ever. We are never, ever. Actually, yeah, because my friend, I'm not going to say it, but yeah, it's all right. What are you being for Halloween? Oh, I saw a costume of the gopher from Caddyshack. It's a huge costume, so it might be that, or, I don't know, actually. It's like a heat of the moment type of thing. What's your favorite Pokemon? Oh, wow. I haven't been asked that in a while. Oh, God, what do they even have? Pikachu. Obviously, it's everyone's favorite. And last one. What's your favorite season? Wow, I actually thought it meant like season of a show. Season, summer. That's easy. Who doesn't like the warm? That's enough Cup of Joe. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Joe. Hilarious as usual.
He always amazes me with what's in that cup.
Very, very funny. Anyway, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back for some trivia.
I'm going to go 2-0. Stay with us.
Being responsible is a big part of parenting. Know what goes on in your home and talk to your kids about the dangers of drinking. Allowing underage drinking in your home not only discourages your child from thinking and acting responsibly, but it's against the law, and you, as a parent, will face the consequences.
Hey guys, welcome back. So before we go over to trivia, we're just going to make a big announcement. The iPhone 5 has come out. Very much anticipated. So they unveiled what it looked like on Friday, I believe. Or last Thursday or Wednesday, sometime last week. Yeah, and it's like matte black, very, very thin. Not exactly sure what the new gadgets are going to be like on it.
Couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
I don't even have an iPhone 4.
I'm not sure. I have a 4S, so I have the latest version. But, you know, go check it out, guys. It goes on sale pretty soon.
I think $200.
It's expensive, as usual.
$200 or $300.
But we'll see. We'll see if everyone likes it in a few weeks. But right now, we're going to go over to trivia. So, Nick, what have you got for us today?
Would one of you kindly tell me how much is a Louis Vuitton condom? How much does it cost?
They have Louis Vuitton condoms?
Can we give like a range?
That's cool.
Can we give a range? And if we're in the range, can we be correct?
Well,
I'm gonna give a range.
Things like that usually don't catch me off guard, but
how much is a regular condom?
Okay, so a regular pack of condoms, let's say $3 would be like, or 3 condoms is like what, like $10?
She knows that so
Less?
quickly.
I know it off the top of my head. All right, Louis Vuitton, a singular condom, or are we talking a pack or a singular? We're gonna go with singular.
Singular condom?
Say singular, yeah.
All
right. Again, I'm gonna give a range here.
I have no clue. I'm just gonna guess a number.
Did you give a range?
I gave a number.
How much? All right. I got a number.
All right, I'm gonna go with $50.
I said $75.
Well, one was high, one was low. The answer is $68.
Okay.
I was closer.
Oh, he was just a little bit closer. By 3 points, he was closer. Oh no.
You know what? I should have guessed $69.
Oh.
We didn't even think of that.
That would have been so
We didn't
creative
even
of
think
you.
of that.
Brilliant. Oh well. Well, I don't really know what those condoms are like.
They must be made of gold.
Yeah, I mean they must work really well to pay $68 for one of those.
None of my kids are getting out of that sack.
It's got to be a really important. That's a good one. It's got to be a really important date that you use that condom on. Maybe that's like for your honeymoon or something.
Who knows?
Who wants to use a condom on your honeymoon? But anyway,
that's
we're
totally
going to keep
defeating
it
the purpose.
G-rated. We're going
Yes.
to keep it G-rated. Listen, if you guys are interested, I'm going to give the close.
Oh, go right ahead
I'm going to do
at this
it.
point.
If you guys are interested in joining Q30, especially the morning after show, log on to www.q30.com. And, you know, we film on Monday mornings, but we also have shows.
We have our Sunday night meetings at 9:15 in the studio. And as Kate just said, we shoot live Monday mornings at 9. Or we get here at 9, go live at 10.
Yep, and there are a bunch of other shows. So freshmen, especially, if you're interested in getting involved, if you're a broadcast major, print major, general communications, or
not even communications.
or anything. I'm a psychology major, so anything really.
We got
come down.
Sports Pause, hashtag that, Q30 News.
Yeah, there's a lot. Is that it?
Bobcat Blitz.
Bobcat Blitz. Yeah, so there's a lot of opportunities here. It's a lot of fun. So check it out. But before we do that, I just want to mention really, really quick that Kate Middleton might be pregnant.
Really?
Yeah. I hear these rumors that she might be pregnant. I don't know if it's true or not.
Who's the daddy?
Oh my God, Prince William.
Oh yeah, him.
Oh my God. No, I am a fanatic. I love the royalty in England.
The royal
they're
baby.
Wonderful. But we'll see if that. Stay tuned. Maybe next week we'll have an update for you.
Do you think they use a $68 condom?
Well, if anyone's going to use it, they certainly would. They can afford it.
True that.
But anyway, guys, hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yep, we hope to see you. Kate and Sam will be with you.
Yes.
I'll be doing my own thing. Who knows? But I'm glad you stuck around this week. Happy you joined us. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.